Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? Today I'm just going to be filming a little warm-up page I did this morning. You know, get the lines warmed up, get the shakiness down. Here I am showing off the pen I'm using, a Precise V5. It's a pilot pen, and honestly, I've been using these for years. They're always my go-to. I'll try out like more expensive pens and fancier pens, and I'm always coming back to this bad boy. Just really consistent lines that I really like. Consistent ink flow, not too scratchy. Oh yeah, my lines are gonna be really shaky in the beginning here. I don't know about y'all, but when I drink coffee, it makes my lines so shaky. You can kind of tell what time of day it is by looking at my picture that I've drawn, my lines. The earlier in the day, the shakier my lines are gonna be because I have coffee on an empty stomach, which is bad. I know, I'm so sorry. A bad influence, but that's life, baby. I find that caffeine definitely makes me more motivated, but has hella bad impact on my lines. Luckily, I think my style is shaky enough that it doesn't really impact it too much. But I thought I'd just do, a voiceover and kind of introduce myself. I want to start filming more of these warm-up pages because I find them super inspiring to watch, like other people's kind of doodling vlogs. I thought I'd contribute to that pool. And sort of as like a, memories for myself to look back on. So yeah, my name is Madeline. I have been drawing for 13 years, so since I was 13. And I have been a full-time artist as a career for about 6 years now. So about 2017 or so, that is the year I published my first book. And I've published a number of titles since then. They're all, D&D, TTRPG focused, with illustrations, all that kind of good stuff. It's been great. It's been fun. Enjoying the process, enjoying life as much as you can these days. In addition to publishing, self-publishing, I do a lot of commissions and freelance illustration. What else do I do? I run an Instagram page, a Twitter page. And yeah, that's what I get up to for work. At home, I just bought a house with my new husband, and it is 95 years old, and so a lot of my free time goes into DIY repairs and taking care of our chickens and our quail. We've got a little farm homestead kind of vibe going, which is lovely. It's super cool. It's starting to get cold now, so it's harder to go out in the mornings and let them out, but they're always a joy. I always dreamed about having chickens as a kid, like a garden. Not so much chickens, I guess. I always wanted a garden. I love medicinal plants. I think that comes out in my art a little bit. I'm always doodling some kind of leaf or potion or plant somewhere in there. I'm sure I do a couple on this page. So yeah, I've been working on putting in a garden. It's hard because the soil we have, we live in South Carolina, and the soil we have here is basically solid clay. So it's a learning process, trying to figure out how to actually get things to grow here. I'm originally from Michigan, where the soil is a lot more forgiving. Here I am drawing another pot with some candles in it. I don't usually when I'm doing these pages, I don't usually do sketches beforehand or think too much about what I'm drawing. This process is mostly to, like I said, get the lines smooth, get my hands warmed up, and kind of get my creative brain going. The instinctual creative brain that kind of makes snap decisions about what to draw and shapes and colors and that kind of thing. I wasn't originally going to draw any people on this page because I like to sketch those beforehand. So I was a little feeling a little risky doing this freehand. But I think she turned out cute. I don't know about you guys, but I usually, if I have to like freehand a person, they will always be facing to the left. I bet it has something to do with being right-handed and the way your hand arcs naturally. It's a little easier to draw someone facing to the left if you're right-handed. And I don't know, I just made that up just now. That could be wrong. Here's an orange slice, a refreshing orange slice. That's a really nice little filler doodle that I like to do. Some sparkles. What do we draw next? What's going on here? I have 1.5 cats right now. So, okay, the half a cat, I'll get to that in a second. But my first cat, her name is Scrib, like the monster from Morrowind. When we bought our house, she was living underneath. So it's pretty fortuitous because I was wanting a cat anyway. And she is the sweetest, most vocal little creature, which has its ups and downs, obviously. A lot of sleepless nights there in the beginning. But I am also in the process of wooing a street cat to come live in my house. She's this cranky... No, okay, I take that back. She's not cranky. She's a little wretched looking. This old tabby cat with like notched ears and the saddest looking eyes you've ever seen. I've named her Winnie. And I'm working on getting her comfortable coming into the house and getting Scrib used to her. I have a vet appointment for her to make sure she's all healthy. But she I like to let her in the house whenever she wants, just to get her used to it. But that means I have to get up and down and stop what I'm doing to tend to her needs. Luckily, I think I let her back outside before I started filming this. What am I drawing here? What is that? Oh, some nails. A couple of nails and a paintbrush. I was thinking about my DIY projects. I recently repainted a room, so that's been pretty cool. It's kind of almost a green screen color on accident, but my family assures me that it looks pretty good. So here's a potion. Yeah. So a little bit more about me, I guess, since we're here and we're all friends. I grew up homeschooled. I was like a full-time RVer with my family. Our home base was in Michigan, but we just kind of travel around. My parents hated how cold it was in Michigan, which I don't blame them. I'm kind of the same way now. I'm terrified driving in the snow, but don't tell anybody. We visited South Carolina a couple times and we ended up really liking it. And so my family moved here. A couple years later, I moved here with my boy. And it's December right now and it's like 60 degrees outside. So I'm not complaining. I'm really enjoying it. It's cool. It's good. but having a house of my own was, I think that's a lot of people's dream, and it's definitely one of mine, and mine as well. What am I doing here? Just browsing the web, I guess. I could edit this out, but I'm feeling lazy. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee until I come back. My boy he took a trip back to Michigan for Thanksgiving, and he brought me back some cherry flavored coffee from Holland, which I specifically requested. And it's so good. It tastes like chocolate cherry ice cream, which I also would get in Michigan, and it's really good. I get sick of it really quickly though, so I gotta enjoy it kind of spaced out so I don't out cherry myself. Oh my god, my hair is in this shot. Okay, well, I'm also not going to edit that out. I don't have a lot of experience with filming videos, so it is what it is. It is what it is. So we're getting close to filling up this page. Just drawing some little fireflies. Again, this is mostly filler just to warm up, to get the brain moving, get it in gear for the day. Here's a little worm with a cute face. Okay, nice. I also really love looking back on sketchbooks that have pages like this. I just think they have a really cute look to them. Obviously, not every page of your sketchbook should look like this. I think you should have a lot of trash pages in your sketchbook. Oh my god, excuse me. That is not flattering. But, you know, a sketchbook is for you. It shouldn't be for other people. It should be for you. And I am a little hesitant to film me drawing in my sketchbook because I don't want to encourage perfection in myself for my sketchbook, but I love doodle pages and it's fun so far. There's a little shooting star, and I think that's it. I think that's a full page. Yeah, that's nice. So next I'm going to take just some Copic markers and fill in all the blank spaces here. This is not required for a pretty sketchbook page, but again, I think this just helps warm up my hands. I think it looks cute at the end of the day, and yeah, I don't know, it's kind of relaxing also, like a little coloring page. For the last few years, I've had a lot of issues with my Copic markers making my ink bleed. I don't know what that's about. For some reason, it's not doing it today, so I pleased whatever gods control that sort of thing, I guess. I've been using Copics for a long time now. When I first started coloring my traditional drawings, I used a set of just gray tone pens. I get markers, tone markers. And that kind of helped me learn control over ink and helped me learn value and shading and that sort of thing. I did that for many years before I moved on to colored markers. And I do like Copics. Some people don't. That's fine. I like how they blend. I also like the colors they come in and how you can refill them. I used to use them a lot more. I don't do a whole lot of traditional art anymore. I mostly do traditional, or I mean, I mostly do digital these days on my iPad. It's a 2020 iPad, with Procreate. I used to use like one of those tablets to draw, like with Photoshop, but since I've switched to my iPad, it really has made a big difference in my process and the quality of my digital art. And we're getting close to the end here, but just so I'm not cut off, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you'll come back. I'm gonna do a couple more of these. These are super fun. Yeah, that's about it. I hope to see you in the future. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about beginning as an artist or anything like that. So just let me know. And I'll let the end of this video play on its own. And I love you guys, and I'll see you another day. Bye.